Okay, so I am going to show you how I smoke the salmon that I smoke. And we're going to start here with this batch in the sink here. These are just the bags that are frozen, but these are pretty much the fish that we're going to smoke. Okay, so the first step in the process is to brine the fish, and to do that we use regular salt. This is Morton table salt. I don't have enough of that, so I went to the store and I bought some of this. This is Morton iodized salt. And somewhere around here in my messy kitchen are some bags of brown sugar, C&H brown sugar. Okay, so I'm going to shut the camera off, go see if I can find my brown sugar, and then I'll kind of show you the proportions that I use to build my brine. So I'm gonna turn the camera off now, and we'll. Okay, so I found some brown sugar. I'm gonna show you what I'm using because I don't know what people that live in other countries have, but I'm gonna show you the package that I have bought and what it says, and you can look at it and maybe get an idea of what you need where you are. Okay, so this is C&H pure cane sugar, dark brown, and usually I use golden brown, but the store didn't have them, so I bought dark brown because I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. So anyway, hang on. Now what I've done, I have this container here, okay? It's kind of like a big pot, and I'm going to put a layer of fish in the bottom of the pot like I just did here, and I'm going to put some salt on there, okay? And this is going to be kind of hard for me to do while I'm holding the camera, but let's pay attention here. Now, this is about the amount of salt that I like to use. Just a very light solid coating, okay? And now I'm going to take some sugar and I'm going to stop the camera because I didn't cut the bag open. So now I'm going to reach into the bag of brown sugar, and I'm probably going to drop about half of it on my countertop. I'm going to take it and I'm going to just sprinkle it over the fish. Give it a nice solid coating, probably 2 to 3 times more salt that you used. Okay, so there's one layer. All right, now I got to rinse my hands off because they're all freaking covered with sugar. A good view there of the ratio. Okay, so now you take another layer of fish and you put it on there, and you just put it over top, skin side down, and you do the same thing. You keep doing that until you have all the fish that you're going to smoke in the brine here. Okay, so I gotta do that. I'm gonna turn the camera off again and put another layer on, and I'll repeat the process. So here's another layer of fish. I'm gonna put some salt on there. Okay, that's it. And then I'm gonna dip into the bag of brown sugar with my hand, get some more on the countertop, and just kind of sprinkle that out on top of the fish. Probably take 2 handfuls. I think it'd be a good estimate. All right, now I gotta turn the camera off again because my hand's covered with sugar. Okay, so this is what I got going here. This is how much fish you kind of get. Yeah, there's some spots of some heavy salt there, but it'll be okay because this is going to brine out, and then after it brines up, we're going to rinse it in fresh water. So this is how your stuff should kind of look. And in a day, well, actually in a couple hours, this is all going to be sitting in juice, okay? It's all going to be water, like clear up to the top almost. So anyway, I'm going to resume cleaning up my crap for the night. This is done. I'm going to put a lid on it right here. And I am going to go put it out in my bait refrigerator. This would work if it's cold there. You could probably just leave it outside. I like to keep it refrigerated, but that's up to you. I think it would be a good idea because, as we all know, warmer temperatures can breed bacteria. So for me, it's going in the refrigerator. And I am going to leave it in the refrigerator for 2 days now, okay? 48 hours at least, okay? So that's it. I'm going to turn this off. And, well, let's show my great, beautiful face. Thank you for wanting to know my recipe. And we'll pick it up after 48 hours. Okay, now we're gonna pick it up like 2 days later, okay? And this is what your fish looks like after you put the sugar and salt on it. You can see most of it, if not all of it, is saturated in the brine. Some I have up here on top or not, but it'll be okay because the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put them on the racks right here that we will be smoking them on. And then I'm going to take the hose and I'm going to rinse all of this brine off of them, okay? So I'm going to get back with you after I got this one rack set up and we'll pick it up. Okay, so here's the first rack. I just rinsed all of those off with the garden hose. You can do it in your sink, but this is a lot faster, and I'm all about fast to a degree in some things. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this rack, I'm going to let it drip here for a minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it in the smoker, and I'm going to do that with the rest of the fish, and I'll be back. Okay, now I'm going to tell you a little bit about my smoker. This is a homemade smoker that I built myself. It's actually pretty good size, probably 5.5 feet tall. It's built to smoke a lot of fish at one time. I've got a super huge propane burner there underneath that flat pan, and it runs on propane and you barely turn it on, okay, for your heat, because you want your heat probably anywhere from 150 to 160 degrees. Up above here will be my trays of fish, which I will keep an eye on and rotate. But one thing I wanted to tell you about this smoker, it's something that I got a few years back. You can see I insulated it to hold the heat in. The back's not insulated. I have a vent there to allow the smoke to escape. And it's on wheels and it's big and clumsy, so that's a good thing. But what I wanted to mention was that I've seen people build these out of metal file cabinets, and if you go on YouTube, there's videos on YouTube of how to do that. You got to search it up probably, but anyway, I'm going to throw this other rack of fish in and move on to the next. I thought I'd take a second and show you what I use for smoke material. These bags here are like 20-pound bags of, yeah, see, 20 pounds of barbecue pellets, and I prefer apple, okay? And these say Washington apple, but come on, do you think it makes a difference? And anyway, you can see what these are. They're just little pellets, okay? And if you ask me, I will tell you that I favor these over like the chunks of wood chips you buy from another manufacturer here in the Northwest, but they seem to put out a lot more smoke, and apple gives the fish a really nice flavor. I'm not an expert by any means, but that's what I use. So they may be available wherever you are, they may not, I don't know. Anyway, back to the fish.